Weird TikToks Part 1, let's go.
Who wants testicle?
Dr. Ricky Brown does.
Take a big, juicy
You're not gonna cook
bite.
it? You're not gonna cook it?
Ball.
You're seriously not? Oh, I'd rather have a Brussels sprout.
Oh man, you guys, I'm sorry. For me, like, I'm a texture guy. I can't even eat sushi because just the texture when you chew on the raw fish like that, it gives me the willies. I am a no baller. Oh, this poor baby. So what's going on here? They're attached at the legs, and I know everyone's thinking it looks like a mermaid, but let's talk about the issues with trying to separate these legs. The limbs are probably sharing neurovascular structures, and so if you risk dividing it down the middle, your initial thought is that, oh my God, you'll have blood supply in each leg, and that doesn't happen. You can actually devascularize one leg, and they could end up losing one leg. What is happening here? Oh, okay. She had a lip lift, which is when they take skin out from underneath the nose to lift the lip. They put dissolvable and non-dissolvable sutures. This is Prolene suture, which is not dissolvable. Only do this if your surgeon tells you to, but we run it in such a way under the skin that you can just slide it right out just like that. Now here's the thing. There are a lot of unethical surgeons out there who just don't care. I would never do that to someone because there are a lot of problems that can occur from having an implant that big. Let's talk about a few. With an implant that big, you can stretch the nerves so much like a rubber band that bing, they can fray or have so much tension on the fibers that they lose all sensation in the nipple. The second thing that can happen is the skin is like a balloon. It's gonna stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch until it can't stretch anymore, and then you're staring at the implant. Yo, my man's got a hot air balloon in his belly button. Those are his intestines that are stretching out inside of the stretched out skin called a hernia sac. So what is the solution for this? It's a hernia repair. You basically have to open up the hernia sac, reduce all the intestines back inside the belly, repair the hernia sometimes with mesh and sutures, resect some of that bad skin, and close everything up. Man, that guy takes marriage very seriously. So serious that he buried it inside of his finger. What's happened in this person is, we see this in a lot of people, is the ring gets stuck and they keep trying to pull it off and it gets more swollen. And over time, literally what's happened is their own skin has grown over the ring where they can't get it off. So guys, don't try this at home, but essentially you have to go to the emergency room or see your physician, and they take really special heavy duty pliers and they cut right through the ring and they bend it off.
Guys, I'm gonna try to curve an arrow around that post and bust that breast implant open with a broadhead.
All right, so that's my buddy Arrow Sniper on TikTok. I sent him an implant. I had an old one that we were about to throw away that's a sizer that we use, and he wanted to try to put an arrow through it, so his creativity was to try to curve the arrow around, which is pretty freaking talented, a pole right through the implant, and he nailed it. That is an anus, and that is an internal hemorrhoid. So they're putting a speculum in, they're putting a laser inside the hemorrhoid, and they are laser ablating the hemorrhoid, and it will necrose or die and fall off. This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy fell off. So I have no clue what is going on with this patient, except for the fact that they probably have either diabetes and have really bad joint disease, or they have arthritis and bad joint disease, or it could be gout. Whatever it is, basically the joint has eroded and dissolved away, and you just have free floating little pieces of skin attached to toes with no bone. Yo, homeboy needs to stay away from a piece of paper because he is one paper cut away from bleeding out. So what is this? Okay, these are not varicose veins. So all that's going on here is this guy's a bodybuilder. When these guys get super lean and they're really well hydrated, their veins just pop out. These are not varicose veins. It happens a lot in bodybuilders.
I have 2 uvulas. Uh-huh. Huh?
So there's something called a bifid uvula. That's not what this is. A bifid uvula is when the little dangling piece of mucosa in the back of your throat is split in half. In her case, she has a completely extra piece of mucosa hanging from the roof of her mouth. So how can you treat it? Super easy. Numb it up, snip it off, send her home.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know.
How would they know?
Damn. Somebody looks like they went a few rounds with Mike Tyson. Okay, look, yo, you got to go to a skilled injector. They got these things called hyaluron pens, which you can buy on freaking Amazon, which is not FDA approved. And essentially what it is, it's almost like an EpiPen, and you click a button and the needle shoots the hyaluronic acid into the lip. And essentially what she got are all these bruises from just popping the lip with this needle. When injectors inject your lips, they're very gentle and creative, and they know where the blood vessels are to try to prevent bruising. This, not safe.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Okay, this is an amazing example of an injector that knew what they were doing. This girl had filler in her lips and then she went to have it dissolved. So here's what happened. When she went to get them dissolved, most likely with the hyaluronidase enzyme, she had an anaphylactic reaction and it just, her lips blew up, her throat closed off, and luckily she had a skilled healthcare provider that most likely gave her an EpiPen shot and called 911 and did all the things to keep her safe and to get her back to health as quickly as possible. All right, guys, that's the end of a React video. And by the way, everybody knows that Dr. Yoon totally ate those sheep testicles, not me. But listen, if you like this video, drop some comments. If you have questions, ask me and I'll try to get to them. For now, guys, Dr. Ricky, out.